Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I just kicked my shoes off under the table. Shh. Welcome to our Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 510. Oh, it really does feel like we just did YouTube number 500. They just keep rolling along. Well, so much good crafty stuff comes out and so many techniques and so many things to share and to show with you. So today is a wonderful class. It really is. I'm looking forward to sitting here and playing because ultimately that's what this is for me today. It's a play day. I have got product from Studio Light, product from Crafter's Companion, Gemini Dyes, that are fabulous, but both of these products are so limited. I'm not kidding. In fact, I might even show the product first so you can see it because we are so limited. Not because I wanted to be limited. I bought as much as they had. And I'm not going to not show you something fabulous just because I don't have enough of it. There's lots of retailers out there. You may watch this but find it someplace else, and that is absolutely okay. Now I have got oodles to tell you. But before I get there, I'm going to do our winner chicken dinner for this week. Every week here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, we pick 2 people who have posted a comment below, not to the side. If you are watching this during the premiere of this class, well, a live chat is going on right now, and hello, I probably haven't joined you yet. I usually join once the camera goes down. Actually, you can see, if you get on our site early before the class, you can watch me work. You're like, watch you work? Yes, you will see that the YouTube changes. You will see that the product changes. You will see that banners on the site change. That is me at work prior to the class going live and the live chat starting. So you could be on Scrapbooking Made Simple and go to the YouTube Yummies category and all of a sudden the product's gone, or all of a sudden the YouTube has changed, or the heading has changed, or the banners have changed, and then come back to the homepage and see the same thing. That's me working behind the scenes. I get to work early. And then I have to turn all the product on. So when you see all the product go live, that's me too. And then I finally get to come into the chat a little bit later on. So if you're joining me and I haven't said hello yet, wait, I will. I promise. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. Although that's something I have to talk to you about today. SMS guy James said, you have to do something, Mom. He's my son. He's 22. My other son, SMS guy, Michael Jr., is going to be 21, and they both now work for Scrapbooking Made Simple. Not exactly sure how that happened, but it did. And James, he is so invested in my social media standing. Okay, so before we get there, so we pick 2 winners every week. I so digress sometimes, honestly. We pick 2 winners every week. They have to leave a comment below, not a comment over here. Live chat doesn't count. If you don't see a live chat, that means that the premiere is over, the sale is already on, or the sale could be over. I don't know if you're watching this a year from the date we actually posted the class. So the product's still good. I don't know if it's still available anywhere, but at least the techniques you'll be able to use someplace else if you're watching it a year or 2 later. So these 2 people posted a comment below. They left a lovely comment. It could have been as simple as, hey, that's all it takes. Hey. They might have posted something like, hey, great class, or I had a super day today, or my spouse fixed dinner for me, or my fur baby was sitting in my lap all day and it was wonderful. Can be anything as long as it is kind. Kindness is key here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and I really do strive to be as kind as I can be and hope that you reciprocate. So if you don't particularly care for the color of my nails, you don't need to tell me. I'm okay. I would never know that blue was not your preference. Come Monday, there'll be a brand new color. I do my own nails. I'm doing them myself. I got dollar nail polish at Walmart. So just be kind. Now these two people obviously were kind, and they've got a $25 gift card in their online account. Are you ready to hear if it's you? Okay, our first winner is Luella Stevens. Hello, Luella Stevens. Is that you? Did you ever think, like as if ever it was going to happen? There you are. Wouldn't that be funny if this was the first time you've ever commented ever and we picked you right away? We have software that randomly picks people. You never know when it's going to be your time. You could have been posting a comment for 10 years now, or this could have been your very first, but it makes no difference. You are a winner chicken dinner. But you're not alone, because we always do too. Our second winner chicken dinner is Mary. Mary, does she live chat? Mary Makinen. I don't know, Mary. Does it matter? Of course not. You're a winner chicken dinner. So you forgive me for probably butchering your name, and I'm so sorry. But Mary, you've got $25 to spend on anything that makes your heart happy. And boy, that $25 today, whoo, that studio light stuff, so woon. And it's under 20 bucks. Yes. Okay, you two, congratulations. Your money should be in your online account already. We have to do the winner chicken dance for you because we always do. It's a tradition. And if you are a winner, Mary, and is it Luella, you need to stand up. Stand up. Come on, do it right now. Stand on up. I see you. And you need to do winner chicken dinner dance with me. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo for you. Congratulations to the two of you. I'm thrilled that you're winners, and I hope you enjoy whatever it is you spend your winnings on. Make it something special. All right, so today I have Studio Light for you. I have Gemini dies from Crafter's Companion. We're pulling out things that I think you might already have in your crafty stash for sure. I do want to talk about James. He said, I have to do it. I have to do it. You have to do it, Mom. You have to do it, in his super low voice. Like, okay, James, I will. So we have hit 215,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh my gosh, that's like 2 stadiums full of people. Oh my gosh. Thank you everybody who has subscribed. Thank you for joining me and for being part of my journey and my life and my family's life and Scrapbooking Made Simple. We so appreciate you. So James said if I did not call it out and do something special, he would be like, Mom, because he's 22 now. So I was like, Mom, and he puts his hand, Mom. So I think for next week's winner chicken dinner, we're gonna do a $215 gift card. Now that could be for one person. We could split that in half, and if we do, we'll have to round it up, or we could split it in by 6, we could split it by 10. You tell me how you want to divvy up that $215 gift card, whether it's just one person gets all $215 or 2 people get, what would they get? They would get $107.50 or 4 people. I'm not doing the math. So you decide, you just tell me, divide it between 2 people, just 1 person, 3 people, 4 people, and whoever we pick, that is what we will do. They will be a winner chicken dinner, and then we will pick the amount of people that they have posted for having 215,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. There, James, are you happy? Okay, what else can I tell you before we sit and tilt down and get started for today? Other big announcements. Before I say that, other big announcements. On August 14th, I think that's a Monday, on August 14th, immediately following our Make It Monday event, Scrapbooking Made Simple has an announcement for you. It will be in a YouTube form, so we will be live chatting during it. Stay tuned. I can give you no hints. I can tell you nothing about it, except that Scrapbooking Made Simple has a very big announcement coming up on August 14th. I sure do hope that's a Monday. Hold please. That would be horrible if it wasn't. Calendar. July, August. I'm right, August 14th. Yay! Okay, so August 14th, mark your calendars. Our Make It Monday event will be at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and immediately following will be a second video with our announcement. So set your calendars, mark whatever you need to mark, but hopefully you will join me then. I can't say any more than that. I'm sorry. Okay, what else? So today the product is very limited. And it's only being sold in bundle form. There is no open stock on the Crafter's Companion Gemini dies, nor on the Studio Light stencils. We've only done them in bundles. We've done value pricing on the bundles. We are very limited as to how much we have, not because that's the way I wanted it, but just sometimes that's the way it is. So, and I didn't want to not do this video just because we may not have enough. There are lots of retailers out there, oodles of retailers. Hopefully you can find a mom and pop retailer or somebody you can actually walk in and talk to, and they'll have either this product or something very similar to it for you to purchase. We always support the independent retailer first. If you have one of them, shop with them first. If you don't, then come online and pick your favorite online retailer, whomever that may be. This is a class to teach you, and that's the most important part. Where you purchase from do we appreciate your support? Absolutely. I won't lie, we're a for-profit business. But as long as you keep crafting, then no matter where you shop, we all get to stay in business. That's the way it works. All right, so I think I'm gonna tilt on down. I'm actually gonna show you some of the product so you can see it now, and then I'm gonna teach you everything about it. We're gonna go very, very simple, and then we're gonna do something that is out of the box perhaps for some of you, but easy to do and a completely different look using similar product so that you can see. We're gonna do apples to apples, so you can see the difference and just how easy it is to do both of them. Oh, I love it, I do. Okay. I like my job sometimes. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna tilt down. I'm gonna show you the product. Then we'll start the class. I usually don't show the product early, but I know that we're just so limited, it's gonna be a thing. Okay, down we go. And what date? Oh. Nope, you have to tell me how many people will get the $215. Next week, I'll make you tell me what date is our special announcement. Told you there was a lot of announcements this week. Oh my gosh. 215,000 subscribers. That's insane. That's insane. I remember when I had 2. All right, so I have got product from Crafter's Companion and the Gemini line. These are the most beautiful border dies I've ever seen, and they're made for ribbon, but you don't have to use them with ribbon. And the way they've built these, there's so many different ways to use them. There are six different dies in the I Want It All bundle. And that's the only way I have it, is the I Want It All bundle. And I'm so sorry. If I could have gotten more, I would have been able to do them open stock. But I couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't. These are a one and done. I am not able to reorder them. And I think this is the one we started with. In fact, we have so few. I am using the ones that the girls use to make samples. So these have all been opened. I'm using the ones the girls use to make samples. Now it retails for $53.70. Your price is $42.96, and you get all of them, all 6 of them. Then we have the Studio Light. And the Studio Light is their layering stencils, but their layering stencils is all done on one stencil. And I have 4 different stencils for you. So I'll turn them around so you can see the back side. Look at, isn't that beautiful? That's what this stencil makes. And that is what this stencil makes. Isn't that beautiful? And these are what this stencil makes. And then the very last one. So I said that these were value priced. They retail for $27 for all 4 of them, which is a great deal all on its own. We have them for $18.99. Not for just one, for all 4, $18.99. And what you can do with these is going to be amazing. That I promise. And then the last thing I have, which maybe I'll show you and open up, is from a company called Katie Sue. We have some of their product in this YouTube. We're going to go ahead. I brought some stuff in from the show that we're going to add to the YouTube Yummies. I'm not sure if we'll be bringing their product back in or not. I haven't yet decided. We're still working with it, but I did go ahead and purchase these butterflies that I really want to show you super quick before we get started. So there are 2 sheets. Isn't that front beautiful? There are 2 sheets of butterflies. You've got bright colors and you've got more pastel-y colors. The butterflies are all pre-punched. All you have to do is pop them out. But what makes these so wonderful and so unusual is that the butterflies are printed on both sides. So if you make your butterfly dimensional and you pull up the wings, instead of having white wings underneath, you've got butterflies that are fully colored on both sides, whether you use the pastel or you use the bold. You get both sheets. There is 322 butterflies in each pack. So, and again, we've got what we've got, and when they're gone, I don't know that we'll be bringing them back in. All right, so today let's get started. And I think I'm going to start with the stencils. That's going to be the place where we're going to make it happen. Oh, I hate having to use these, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So I've got the 4 different stencils, and I'm going to show you how they work. I'm going to use one, and I'm going to show you how they work traditionally. Oh, you probably wanted to see samples. See, did I show you that? Or that? Or that? There, now you've seen samples. This is the one we're going to start with, and this is one of the Crafter's Companion Gemini dies, but wait till you see what we do with it. Okay, let me put those over here. So I'm going to pull this out, and it is just a 1 stencil item. Everything you need on to get it done, to get that layering done, is all on a single stencil. Now they give you a cheat sheet so you know 1A is your first, 1B your second, 1C, 1D, and 1E. So it tells you the layering of the stencil. And then on the back, it gives you that full color image along with the colored images, smaller images of what's left in that collection. So let's start with this one. And I'm going to do it as if just a normal, typical stencil way. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I've got some white paper here. I've got my blending pad. Thank you very much. That was a blending pad. It actually is really big. It's actually A4 size, but which is pretty big, but I've cut them down into a smaller size. And this is what I'm going to put my ink on. This is a really heavy piece of plastic. And when I put my ink on it, it allows my ink to sit there without drying out. I could do it on my craft mat. My craft mat is a non-slip non-stick craft mat. So there's nothing holding my craft mat down. It doesn't move. My craft mat was the first mat ever in the crafting industry to have silicone on the back to make it non-slip with a non-stick on the front, and it really doesn't move. So I could put my ink right down on here. The issue is my craft mat's brown, and when you're putting like a yellow or a pink, anything light, you can't see where the ink is. So we brought in these blending mats from Woodware and Creative Expressions, and I think we may be sold out of them, but they will come back in. And again, it's very big. It's an A4 size, and I've cut it down to a few smaller sizes for me to use. So I'm going to take my stencil, and I'm going to keep my cheat sheet handy so I know that stencil number 1, layer number 1 is 1A. Let's grab some washi tape. I really don't need too much washi tape, but and I'm just going to put a little bit down. Just a little bit, because ultimately I'm going to come back through with Post-it notes. These are going to be your friend. In order for them to get all the layering on one stencil, you have to be willing to use some Post-it notes to mask off what you don't want to color. So I'm going to grab my Post-it notes, and I'm just going to work my way around my butterfly. You're saying, well, why are you doing it over here? Why does it need to have Post-it notes over here? Well, because I don't want to go outside and have ink on the outside of my paper over there. So I'm just going to Post-it note it right on off. So when you think about it, you're getting 4 layering stencils for $18.99, 4 completely different designs for that price, as opposed to 1 design for that price. As I know, layering stencils can be a little pricey. And I'm going to use my Post-it notes more than once. Okay, so I've made a nice little circle, and then I'm going to take some ink, and I'm going to start with a really light color, because your first layer needs to be done in the lightest color. We'll continually add a darker color and a darker color and a darker color on top until we are completely finished. So I'm going to bring over my little blending pad, and if we have some in stock, I'll check, and if we do, I'll put them back in. I want to say they're $5.50 regular, and it's a huge size, and when we put them on sale, they're like $4.40. It's a great value, and it's so worth it. So there's my ink. Typically I would put some ink down, I would pick it up, and then I would tap it off on a piece of paper. Now, because I've got my little blendy pad, I don't have to. I can tap it right off on my blendy pad, not losing any of my ink. And then I can come in and just add a little bit of color. I don't want too much because I know I have 4 more layers over the top. So I want to start with kind of a lighter color. Okay, done. That looks good to me. Very soft, easy pink. So now I'm going to take my Post-it notes off. Again, I'm not gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna continue to use them. And I'm going to move my stencil. Now, to be honest with you, because you're moving your stencil and because the Post-it notes have tack to them, the Post-it notes almost do the job of holding everything in place. And it lines right up. Look at, bam. It lines right up. So if I didn't want to do any extra tacking down, my Post-it notes are going to do quite a bit of that for me. So I'm going to go there. there. And I'm just going to make my full circle. Okay, so I'm ready to do my next color of ink. And it's up to me. I could, even if I really wanted to, I could take the same color ink, that darker pink, or well, it's a light pink is what it is. And I'm gonna get it a lot on my brush. I'm gonna make that saturation heavier so that it's going to match this pink because it is the same pink. I'm just gonna tone it heavier, give it more saturation. The more ink I put on, the darker the color becomes. So if you don't have lots of ink pads, don't fret, don't worry, you can still do everything I'm doing. It all depends upon the saturation, how heavy you put that ink on that paper. You can make one ink pad have many shades. Absolutely. So I've used my light pink for my base, and now my light pink for my second. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And let's see what we get. So that light pink comes right through. And now my darker pink is sitting on top. And they coordinate beautifully because it is the same ink. Now we move to number 3. Take off my Post-it notes. I'm gonna use them again. And my next stencil, number 3, right here. And they've given you a little guide. I'm hoping the camera can pick it up, but there's a little etching right around the outside to kind of give you a little guide to help line it up. Do you see that little etching there? So I'm going to come right here and bam, I'm good to go. And let's Post-it note around it. Now you may be saying that Post-it note, that's an extra step I might not want to take. Well, I understand, that's true. You might not want to take that extra step. But for those of you who love to stencil, who want to do layering stencils, the Post-it note allows you to have beautiful layering stencils for a fraction of the price. Now, what color do we want to do this one in? What color? Maybe an orange? I don't know. You think that's too crazy? It's only paper. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? Put down my orange. And right over the top. The stencils are very forgiving. If you're off a little bit, that's okay. This is handmade. This is from your heart. And the nice thing about this is that it's easy enough for even the newest of crafter to do. If you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do this because you're just following along. You're just going in the order that they tell you to go, knowing that you start with your lightest color first and your darkest color last. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I like the orange. I'm okay with the orange and the pink. Are you okay with the orange and the pink? I'm okay with that. Now it says our next stencil is that little body. And I think I'm going to do that little body in the orange too, just so it matches. I kind of like that. Now I could stop right here. I could have stopped at number 2. I could have stopped at number 3. I could have just done number 1. Ooh. I think we'll do that in just a minute. I'm going to finish this one. Okay, so put a little bit of Post-it around it. And I've still got some orange, so I'm just going to pick that up. I do a little bit of orange in there. Okay. And then my last stencil. Number 5. And let's line it up. And let's put it down and go right around it. Okay, and I'm going to go crazy with this one. I'm going to go with a blue. A blue? Yes, why not? It's only paper. Hello, blue. Ooh, isn't that pretty blue? What dye bastings do you have? All of them should work. Do you think it'll be too dark? Well, okay, it's only paper. No guts, no glory. It's a little funky on the orange. But no two butterflies are the same. And they're all beautiful in their own way. So we don't edit and we don't script our videos. There's no voiceovers or dubbing. It's one take all the way through. What you see is what you get with Scrapbooking Made Simple. Okay, and there's nothing pre-planned. Just fly by the seat of your pants. Okay, there we go. Our butterfly. Wahaha. Very colorful for sure. But I think while I'm here, I'm gonna take a piece of paper. You think I can get them all on here? You think I can get 4 of these on here? Maybe if I'm careful. Okay, I will start with new Post-it notes because I tore that one. So what if I did, so if I go all the way to the top, so I'm gonna do that one right there. Just so you can see. Okay, and I'm off on my craft mat on the side, so I don't need any more Post-it notes. But let's just do this one in, let's just do it in the blue. Or no, we'll go in the same order we did before. Maybe I'll change it up just a little bit, but I'll do the soft pink. So I'm going to do soft pink. I'm just going to come in here and put a little bit of that soft pink down. Okay, done. Then I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to move it over. I don't think I'm going to get 4 on here. I'll have to do them 2. 4 over. And this time I will add, because I don't want to get it on that one, I'll add a Post-it note here. Post-it note there, and let's do the soft pink one more time, and then I'll do stencil number 2. So you can see it if you just do a single stencil, stencil 1 and 2, stencil 1, 2, and 3, and then all of it together. So remember, I did soft pink. And then I came in and I moved to my next stencil. Okay, so then I move into stencil number 2. Right on top. Somebody's walked in. Don't know who's here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I want to take this one back just a little bit. I just want to make sure I don't have it covering up. Okay, so then I went in with that soft pink, only I went darker, right? So let's get the saturation, let's get that saturation really, really good. So much darker now. And I could stop. When I'm done with this one, I could call it done and not do any more if I didn't want to. Okay. So now I have 1 and 2. You get where I'm going with this? How many different stencils you actually have depending on how much you layer it? Maybe you just want the 2 layers. Maybe you don't want all what is there, 4 or 5 layers to it. You have options. So light pink. Oh, make sure I didn't cover that little piece up. I sure did. Light pink. Done. Pull off my Post-it notes. Move my stencil down to the darker pink. Post-it notes. Oh, don't move. Post-it note. I'm just going to reuse my Post-it notes until I can't use them anymore. I'm really close there. Okay, darker pink. Let's do step number 2 again, and then we'll do step number 3. And that will be able to show you a progression of how these stencils could work for you. You don't have to do it all. You have to do what makes your heart happy. Okay, I think I've got it dark enough that we can move on. So that's stencil number 2. Yep, now stencil number 3. And I did that in the orange. So how many stencils do you really have here on this one sheet of plastic? Really? How many opportunities do you have to change it? How many color combinations can you do? Can you skip layers? Sure, you could do probably layer 1 and layer 3 and layer 5. You grab a piece of paper and start making, don't even pick inks that make your heart happy. Pick any colors and start doing different layers to see how many different combinations you could do. It's a little bit mind-blowing when you think about it. And then you look at the price and you say, no way, but it is that price. Okay, so where's my orange? Let's grab my orange. Bring over my pad, put some orange down. I no longer waste any of my ink by having my little pad. I wished I had thought of it myself. Go in there and let's add some orange in. So easy and affordable and lots of options. All right, there's my orange. Now I can choose to do the little body, or I don't have to choose to do the little body. So we're going 1. You could just do this. You could do this as soft backgrounds, as a background. You could put tons of butterflies all over the back sheet of a piece of paper and make a mat out of it. Do them in the soft colors and just have it as a very subtle background. You could do the 2 layers together. Maybe that's all you want. Maybe that's all you need. You could do the 3 layers together, adding a little more dimension and a little more pizzazz to it, a little bit more oomph, or you layer all of it. So start at 1, 2, 3, 4. You choose, all out of a single stencil. My gosh, you could do layer 2 and layer 3 and skip layer 1 if you have if you're doing a white piece of paper. I mean, the options are plenty. If you skipped layer 1 and you did it on a white piece of paper, now all your lines would be a bright white, and then do layer 3 and layer 4. You could do layer 3 and layer 4 and the body. This is just a piece of plastic and it's so inexpensive, and yet what you get out of it is so much. I love Studio Light for that. I really do. 1, 2, 3, 4. You decide. All right. I'm going to move to the next stencil. I'm going to put these over here because I don't want to lose them. The girls will make something out of them for that, I'm sure. Put my inks away. I'm going to clean this off because I don't know that these are the same colors I'm going to use. And I think I'll just use a paper towel. Best way to clean this off is with some alcohol or hand sanitizer. You can absolutely spritz this and throw some paper over the top of it to pick up some of the color. If you don't want to waste any of the color. You can go in there and spritz it and pick up that color so you make your own background. Pretend you see nothing. All right, let's grab the next stencil. And I think I'm going to use this one. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. And I'm going to do this one with all the layers on it, and then we're going to change it up dramatically. Like, I'm going to do it the way they want you to, and then we're going to change the medium that we're using. I'm not going to be using dye-based ink pads. So my little cheat sheet. It's always good to have your little cheat sheet. They tell you what order. And of course you can choose how many. You could just leave the leaves just like this. You could do the leaves with the extra. You could do this in the leaves. I mean, it's really up to you. All right, so there's my cheat sheet. Let's grab a piece of paper. And some Post-it notes. And I know that this is number 1, number 2, number 3. Bing, bang, boom. Put my Post-it notes all the way around it. This one has little layering butterflies. Wait, it goes this way. I almost didn't have room for my, I wonder if that's going to be enough room for my leaves. Maybe we do it this way so I'm sure to have enough room for my leaves. Okay, so what color should we start with? Something light. No matter what you do, you've got to start with your lightest color. And I think I will continue maybe with my pink. And light, light, light. Light, light, light. Think whipped cream, Cool Whip, marshmallows. You want to keep a light hand. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to move it over and do one more in a different color combination. Since I've got it here, right? How about we start with a soft yellow? Soft, soft, soft yellow. That's a soft yellow. Let's come in here. And soft, soft, soft. Whipped cream. Marshmallow, light and airy. Cotton candy. Light and airy. You don't want to go too heavy. Okay. So now I've got one done twice. Let's move to two. All my Post-it notes. Put my lid on my inks. And let's go to two, which is going to layer right on top. Line it up. That looks pretty close. Close is good enough. And we'll go a little bit darker. Maybe I'll go a little darker pink. Okay, a little bit darker pink. Now I'm going to use bubble gum as opposed to soft pink. Let's go a little darker. And I'm just going to go in there and kind of get it in. And this time I want a little bit heavier hand because I want that darker color to come through. So a little heavier hand the second time. So the stencil is acting as a mask and a stencil. It's letting me apply ink to my paper all while masking off certain elements of the original so that I get that differential in color. You'll be able to see when I open this up, when I take this off, you'll be able to see some of the flowers are still that super light pink because there's a mask involved in the stencil. It's not just letting you layer color, it's letting you hide color. And when people talk about masks, that's what they're talking about, something that's going to hide. So all this area is acting as a mask to that light pink underneath. All the open area is my stencil area where I was able to add darker color. But here, with these masks, are going to allow me to have that light pink stay. So you can see. Let's do the yellow one real quick because I'm here. And we'll line it up. And I'm not going to clean my stencil. It's going to have a little pink on it. I'm going to be just fine. And that looks good to me. And I think I'll do a soft orange. How about a soft orange? Soft apricot. And I'm masking and stenciling all at the same time. That's how layered stenciling works. It has to be both a mask and a stencil. It's hiding what you just colored, all while giving you an opportunity to add more color around it. Okay. So now you can see the light yellow and the dark orange. Let's do our last color and then our leaves. So our last color is going to have the least amount of detail. First stencil always has the most opening, biggest space. Second one, not as much space because it's masking off some of this. The last one, even less open space because it's masking off here and here. So let's put it on and get it done. Line it up. That looks good. So let's go 1, 2. I really don't have to worry about off the side because I'm on my mat. 3. I want to cover up those leaves. I want to cover up this butterfly. I don't want to accidentally ink where it is. And then let's go with a darker color. Ooh, orchid. It's kind of purple, but I'll use my pink. So I'm using orchid, which is really dark. I want to get this nice and saturated. It kind of looks like a hot mess when you're doing it because you don't understand what the design is. It's like, wait, that doesn't look like anything. But when you're done, it looks amazing. That look pretty good? I think we got enough going on there. Look at that. It just comes to life. And it was easy. It was simple. It was 1, 2, 3. Let's do the yellow. And let's do red. And then we'll do the leaves, and then we're going to change the medium that we're using. Line it up. There we go. Twist and turn. There we go. Twist and turn until it gets into play. There we go. That's it. I'm going with this. And let's add our one more Post-it note because I don't want to get any ink on my paper. You think that's good? Oh, I worry I just moved it. I think I did. Come on. Oh, my Post-it notes are not, there we go. Okay, better. Now get it down. Now let's get our red. So I don't want to see any yellow coming through. All I want to see is orange. I don't want to see any of the yellow. All I want to see is orange. And now let's take our red. And come on in. I'm going to pick up all that color. Oh, that looks good. Okay, kind of looks like a hot mess until you pop it off. And then all of a sudden, it's beautiful. Now let's add our leaves, because that's easy peasy. And they do give you a layering butterfly, but I'm not going to use it. At least I don't think I'm going to use it. So I've got my leaf here. And it's going to tell me that this is the first leaf that I do. It's got the stem. And and now the beautiful thing about this is that you can pretty much line it up anywhere you want. I mean, there is a place for it, but it's really up to you where you want to line it up. So if I do that, I need a Post-it note right there. Post-it note right here. And maybe one just over the butterfly just to be safe. And let's grab my green. And I could just do the one layer. I really don't have to do anything more than that if I don't want to. I could just call it done. Call it done. But it does have, let's do the other side just so I have them both done. I think I'm not going to do that top piece. I think I'm going to keep it like that. Okay, let's do our green again, just so I have both of them. And I'm not going to do this top piece here. There's an area there for some stem, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to skip that top piece and just leave it and just have it come out the bottom. I think I'm going to like that better. Okay, done. So I could finish them there and just call it finished, and they're beautiful. So pretty. But they give you more detail. The next one would be these two. Right there. Let's line them up. Put a little bit of posty around it just to make, oh, I moved it. See, look at that. Just to make sure that I don't get any of the butterfly in there. Well, this one I might need to tape down. Put one right there. Oh, make it work. There, it's down. And I think I will go in with a little darker of my green. Same green. So my saturation is just a little darker. So now you can see the leaves starting to pop. Do the next set. I need one more posty right there. Green, green, green. Green, green, green. Now I have 2 peas in a pod. And then on this one, I'll just do the last step, just so you can see the final step of the green of the leaves. You can choose to do it, you can choose not to do it. You could have left the leaves just the way they were the first time. Entirely up to you. Could have left them just beautiful plain leaves. Is my sticky about done being stuck? And I'm just going to mask all the way around that one little area. And then I think I'm going to change my green and go with a deeper green. Yeah. I've come this far. All right. So now you can see the difference of the layers. Layer 1 and 2, layer 1, 2, and 3. So pretty though. And see, I am not crazy about the stem in the middle. I'm like, I'll let that go, I think. So pretty and so easy to do. But as I said, we're going to change our mediums. We're not going to use ink. So I'm going to throw all of this away. I'm going to put that over there. I'm not going to need my blending brushes anymore. I'm going to move them off to the side. I am still going to need my Post-it notes. I am still going to need my blending mat, but I'm going to change everything up. write this down a little bit. And I'm going to be using the Sam Poole Creative Expressions Botanical Stains. Now, some of you may have these in your stash already, and if you have, this is another way of using them. Botanical stains are, it's a watercolor ink. It's a dye-based ink, but it is very, very shabby chic looking. The colors are not intense. They dry to a very soft, hazy color. They're beautiful, but they absolutely have a specific look to them. All right, I think that's good. Got everything cleaned up. All right, let's bring over some paper. And I think I can do it this way. So instead of using what I've been doing with dye-based inks, doesn't matter whose inks you have, Tim Holtz or Lawn Fawn or Ranger or Hero Art or Simon Hurley's inks, what dye-based inks do you use? You can mix them all. You choose the colors that you like. It's not necessarily the brand that makes your heart happy. It's the colors. So if you've got a few Heroes and you've got a few Tim and you've got a few Lawn Fawn, can you blend them together? Yes, you can. You're not stuck just to one brand of ink. If it's a dye-based ink, look at the colors and see what makes your heart happy that way. Gosh, these really are pretty now that I'm getting to look at them. I really love that. It's really beautiful. Okay, but Sam Poole is a designer that works with Creative Expressions, and she does these botanical stains. And again, they are very, very shabby chic in their colors. They're not bold, they're not bright, they're soft, they're mellow, and they give you a look of, when I use it with the stencils, it gives you a very, it's almost like a watercolor look to it. See how these are so crisp and so clear? The image is so crisp and so clear. I'm going to get more of a watercolory look by using Sam. And I have to abide by the same rules as I did with the ink. I have to start light and build my color darker. That's the rule. That's what we have to go by, and that's what we're gonna do. So I've got my first stencil, my first area here, and again, I wanna go ahead and Post-it note it down. One, 2. Now to use her stains, they're a liquid. It's like running water. And stencils generally don't like something so liquidy because it wants to go in underneath the stencil. And some of that might happen with this. It's possible. But I'm going to use a blending tool, which is going to help me avoid some of that. So I've got my stencil in place. I've put my border around it. I've got my blending mat right here, and I need to start with a super soft color. And in fact, I'm probably going to start maybe with a little bit of, I don't know what color is this. They make the colors so small. I can't even find the color on here. Is that real? The tea, is it tea leaves? Oh, I found it. It's tea leaves. I don't know if you can see that. It's tea leaves. I'm going to start with tea leaves. So I'm going to put some tea leaves right on my blending mat. And this has a dauber top. Definitely a liquid. And I am going to grab a spouncer. I'm not going to use a blending brush. I'm going to use a spouncer with a foam top. And I like the bigger spouncers for this. Last week we had the minis, and I love the minis for the luster wax, but for this I like my bigger spouncer. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this, and I'm gonna put it right on my mat. And then I'm gonna go in with my spouncer, and I'm going to pick it up. Now, I don't know how much I have on here. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna lightly tap to see what I've got. If I need a little more, which it looks like I do, I'll put a little bit more on my mat. And I don't know if you can see, but the color is not concentrated. It's watery and it's very transparent. It's not a highly concentrated color. And I'm just adding some tea leaves to my base. And I'm not going to try and get it the same color all the way around. Darn it, Stacy, I did the same thing. I did it upside down. Were you all telling me that and I didn't hear you? I have to do it this way so I have room for my leaves. Darn it. All right, so I have to do it this way so I have room for my leaves. Well, I thought I heard you, but I wasn't sure. You weren't quite loud enough. That's okay, it's only paper. Start again. I probably will finish this one later, even without the leaves. I'll draw some hand leaves on there or do something with the leaves. A little bit of my Botanical stain. And see, if I move it around, you can see it's not highly pigmented at all. It's soft and elegant and a little shabby. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna dab, and I'm not gonna try and get it all the same color everywhere. And I wanna make sure I don't have so much on here that it's going to run underneath. Okay, so I think that's okay. It's not fully colored in. You'll see some negative space going on there, especially in the middle. I'm gonna be okay with that because I'm gonna come back and add a secondary color over the top. So I did that one. And then let's do this super soft pink. Hello, super soft pink. I'm not gonna change my stencil yet. I'm gonna put a little bit of my color down. Again, this is a super soft pink. Go in there, pick it up, and then I'm gonna come right back in over that brown. Okay. Looks a little blotchy splotchy, but I'm going to be okay with that. And while I'm here, I'm just going to move it to its side and do another one because I'm right here. And I like starting with that tea dye. It just takes away that white stark of the paper. And look, it has hardly any color. And I want to make sure that I don't have so much on here that when I tap it down, it's gonna go underneath my my stencil. But I want some highs and I want some lows. I'm not looking for it to all be the same color. And if I need to pick up a little more, I'll pick up a little more. So you can start it off and bring it in on your Post-it note if you want. Okay, I think that's good. And then I think I might do a little bit of the yellow. Do I have a yellow here? I do not see a yellow. Is this a yellow? No. Well, let's make a yellow. So I've got this yellow, and this is marigold. I could read that one. So I'm going to go in and pick up some marigold. So again, I'm not trying to color the whole thing so that everything is exactly the same. In fact, I think that's all the marigold I'm going to use. So far I've only used stencil number 1. Now let's move to the next one. Line it on up. So do you have liquid watercolors? When's the last time you pulled them out? Grab your daubers, grab your liquid watercolors, and play with them with stencils, knowing that you're going to need something like this. You can't use a paintbrush. That won't work. It'll go right in underneath the stencil. So let's cover everything up here. And let's go with another color on top of it for my layer number 2. Okay, so what color do we want for our number 2? Maybe a darker pink? This is... Well, that says it's avocado. That can't be. What does that say? It says avocado, but it looks pink. How about hibiscus? I have more confidence in hibiscus. So let's put a little bit down on my... And it's just a drop or 2. You can always add more, but it's hard to put it back in the bottle once you've done that. So let's add some more hibiscus. And I think I've got it pretty good. So remember, my stencil is now, since I'm on stencil number 2, it's acting as a stencil and a mask. Do I want to make it a little darker? Oh, I don't know if I do. Well, maybe, just in that middle part. Maybe, just a little bit. This is going to have a completely different look than what we did with the dye-based inks. And I'm not rubbing, I'm spouncing. Not rubbing, spouncing. Okay. Can you see that it's starting to look like a watercolored image? It's a little softer, a little fuzzier. Let's go in and do this one because, well, we're here. And what color do we want to do on top of that? Okay, let's find my lineup point. There. That looks about it. There we go. I would give anything to stand up over the top of it to look. So what color do we want to do here? Maybe we do that. I swear that says avocado, but I can't imagine that it does, but it might. Let's try it and see what happens. Ooh, it's a pretty color. Okay, I like the color a lot. And a little bit of a drop. You can always add more, but once it's in your sponge, you can't put it back in your bottle. Oh my gosh, I love this color. I'd rather keep adding and building color than start with too much. Okay, I'm in love with this color. Oh, so pretty. And you're getting that watercolory. It's not as detailed. The edges aren't as crisp as your ink, but this has that soft, shabby chic look to it, that watercolor feel to it, done with a stencil. So now I have my last color, my last stencil, stencil number 3. And let's line it up. Oh, bam, hello. That couldn't have been any easier. And let's work around it. And now what color do we want to put in there? Maybe we take something dark so we can really see the offset. Maybe we take something darker. Let's see, what is this? This is Italian Plum. Okay, I'll go with Italian Plum. Do I have something that's got some purple on it? Let's try this one. And you can tell just from the pads that the colors are not overly saturated. Look how light they are on the foam. Not overly saturated at all. might have had too much on there. And I'm dabbing. I'm not rubbing. It's a lot. I'm gonna leave some on there and maybe come back for it so that way I know I don't have too much on my spouncer. You think I got it? You think that's good? Oh my God, that's so beautiful. And it's so soft. And it's just, oh, that love. I love this. I get this and I understand it and it's equally as pretty, but to me, the softness of this is just so appealing. Okay, we got to do the other side. Oh, let me put my lid on. Holy smokes. That could have been not good. Okay, let me do my other side. Let me line it up. And what color do we want in here? That looks, well, right, a little bit. That looks pretty good. Now they have no odor, no smell. It's a water-based product. They're gonna clean up easy peasy. And if you have liquid watercolors, you absolutely can try this. I just like the softness of her colors. Okay, so what color do I want to go with this? Do we go back to that? Do we go back to the hydrangea? Suppose we could try it, and if I don't like it, I can go over it with something a little darker. So back to the hydrangea. Bit more. It's like you're mixing the perfect combination. You're making a masterpiece. You're a mixologist. Making a perfect masterpiece. Well, I think I have enough on here to pick up. And if I don't think that this is dark enough, I can come back over the top of it with something a little bit darker. And spounce, spounce, spounce. Oh, see, I think they're beautiful. I love them. I think they're elegant and soft and feminine and just it's there, the design is there, but it just has that diffusion on it, that just not so crisp hard edge. Let's do the leaves now that I know I left room for them. And let's start. And I'm not going to use the one that goes all the way up into it. I don't think I like that. There's a little part up here that I am not sure about. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And I'm going to grab a little bit of, one of them is called Carrot Top. Oh, both of them are called Carrot Top. I've got two of the same green. Well, then I guess I'm using Carrot Top. I do have two of the same green. Do I have a different green over here? Carrot Top. Nope, nope, nope. Those are not. Nope. Nope. Well, I know there's another green. Oh, well, we'll go with Carrot Top. Look at how soft that is. So I'm going to go in here and add a little bit of my Carrot Top green. And I'm not going to do too much. I want it a little splotchy with that little watercolory look to it. So it's as faint of a green as I can get. Because then I am going to come back with my green blending brush. And I'm going to add a little bit of green. But I'm not going to do the rest of the leaf. I'm going to leave it just like that. I don't want any more to it. I'm going to be happy with that. Because to me, that looks very much like it's been watercolored. It's a totally different look than this. One is not better than the other. They're just different. Let's finish this one. And it's using those inks, a watercolor, a liquid watercolor. And you do need to be careful with your liquid watercolors. You're going to want to test the saturation of them. I chose these because I liked the softness of them. That's why I chose hers, is because I liked how shabby they looked. In fact, I could put a little bit of my tea dye down first. Just a little bit. A little bit of tea dye. So I've got a little bit of tea dye down. Go down, go down. Then I'm going to put a little bit of my green. Carrot Top. Over my tea dye. Give it that kind of splotchy look of a watercolor, and then come in with literally a hint of my green. See how I was able to get that brown tea dye at the bottom? And then I went in with my Carrot Top and then finished with a little bit of my ink. So different ways of using product you may already own. You may already have some of their stains. Pull them out. Get your daubers and grab some stencils. Especially if the softer, more organic, watercolory look appeals to you. And if the more precise, the more stenciled, the more perfected look works for you, then grab your inks. I'm drawn to here because I like that it's there, but it's not. It looks like I did it by hand. Shh, I didn't. I love the leaves. I think that's so beautiful, and I don't want to add any of the extra little doodads to them. I think they're beautiful just like that. In fact, you could take those leaves and use them with any flowers that you have. You've got florals and you need some a beautiful, maybe they came with leaves, but you want a stem. Here it is. Take it and use it with your other stencils. But you have the options here to really make beautiful things. And we started just, can you imagine if we had done the butterfly? Oh my gosh. So your number one, your number one, and your number two. Your number one, your number two, and your number three. And then all of it together. They give you so much to play with. I can't get these all to show you because they're all on different size papers. But they give you so much to play with that you get to be the creator. You get to choose how much, how little, what colors. You get to choose what mediums. See, these both just, they really, I love these, but these speak to me. Feels very organic, very beautiful. But that's my taste. It might not be yours. I like knowing that I have an option. If I have a friend who I know is going to love this, I'm going to make this for them. And if I have a friend who I know likes the more artsy watercolory, then I'm going to do this for them. I'm going to make what my friends are going to like, and I'm going to do it in the colors that make their heart happy, and I don't have to choose just to do this. I have more options, and you have more mediums to play with. Grab your mediums and let's see what can be done. These are inexpensive layering stencils. They're very inexpensive. The bundle is under 20 bucks, and you've seen what I was able to do with just 2 of the stencils. I wished I could buy more. I wished I could get more. I got all I could. All right, so we've done 2 stencils there. I'm gonna switch gears now, and I'm not gonna throw this away because I wanna do this one too. I'm not gonna throw this away. I'm gonna switch gears now, and we're gonna move over to the dyes. So again, we have these at an amazing value, I think. I don't know if these ever launched in the United States. I'm not sure. They might have. I don't know. I bought these internationally. So I brought them in from international. I didn't get them here in the United States from Crafter's Companion. I bought them because I had to have them. They're stunning. There's 6 of them. We're not selling them open stock. Maybe you and your friends go in, and if there's 3 friends, each of you take 2. If there's 2 friends, each of you take 3. And then a month later you swap them. However you want to do it. But how they put these together is beautiful. So, how do they work? Well, like I said, I'm not opening up any new ones because we have so few available. This is what they look like when you open it up. You have 3 dies here, not one. There's your main decor die, but this die does not have a cut edge along either outside. So if I cut this, it's not going to come out of my paper. It's going to cut into my paper. Then they give you what you think is the die to go around it to cut out, but it isn't. This is 2 separate dies. And you're like, why would they give me 2 separate dies? Because they're genius. That's why they gave you 2 separate dies. They're genius. Let me make sure all my lids are on so I don't spill anything. And we're gonna die cut, baby. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes people are just so clever and so smart. You gotta give them props, right? Okay, so I think I've got everything out of my way, kinda, sorta. Let's move these out of the way. Didn't use those. And move these out of the way and put my lids back on my inks and move my... Okay, oh, do I have a mess going on? Yes, I do. Okay, so let's take a piece of paper. A piece of cardstock. There we go, that'll do. Piece of cardstock. And I'm going to cut this. See, it was a good thing I had my lids on, right? How about we push those back just a little bit out of my way? I'm gonna cut this out. So I've got my Sizzix Big Shot machine. Hello, Sizzix Big Shot machine. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. And I've got my magnetic platform. So I don't need my magnetic platform right now, but I will. So I'm just gonna work on a magnetic platform. A magnetic platform does not come with your machine. It is sold separately, but it holds the die in place. The platform that comes with your machine is a standard base platform. It is not magnetized, so your die will move around. I'm going to want to keep my dies in place, and a magnetic platform does that. Is it an inexpensive tool to own? No. If you're doing stamping and die cutting or things of this nature, is it a really nice tool to own? Yes. All right, so I've got my magnetic platform. See now, see? Look at that. I've got my, and then once I put it down, it holds. I've got my magnetic platform. I've got my cut plate right here. I have got my paper, I've got my die, and I'm gonna send it on through. Okay, easy peasy roll. I don't know that you need a precision base plate with this. So far I haven't seen to need one. All my little odds and ends come out. I'm not even gonna come close to 50% with this. I'm just gonna tell you. All my little, oh yeah, there we go. Look at that, that was good. Oh no, yeah, not even close. But I've got all my little bits and pieces coming out. And it's meant to run ribbon through. And the girls have done that. They've run ribbon through it. And they use just our Simply Defined seam binding ribbon, and it looks beautiful. But see, it didn't cut out. It did not. If I take it and I add one of my borders, and I line it up. Now what am I going to get? Let's roll it through. So this is where the magnetic platform becomes very handy in lining this up. So I can die cut it out. Because all I've got is that little blade right here. Let me come in just a little bit more. Hopefully you can see that. So all I've got is that little blade right there. And I want to keep it exactly where it is because it's lined up with the design of that first die. And then I send it on through. And now what do I have? I could snip there and snip there, and then I have a border. But I have one more die. So what if I take the second die and I line it on up again, and I have my second die on this side. Now lined up. Let's bring my machine over so you can see it doesn't move because it's magnetic. See, I'm vertical, flat, vertical, and nothing slipped. Let's put it here, line it up, and send it through. Easy roll. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now I've cut my entire piece out. Okay, but I hear what you're saying. I hear you. You're saying, but why did they give you two borders? Couldn't you have just done this one this way and then turned it and rotated it and done it this way? Wouldn't it have fit? Yes, actually it would. I could have rotated them to make it work. It would have done it. Why did they give you two? What if I took a piece of, let's find another color. What if I took a piece of paper? It's very bright yellow. I like yellow, so I'm good with it. And I decided to take my two borders. Let's put my solid there. And let's take a border. Maybe there. I think that's too big. I'd love to stand up and look at this. I think I'm going to go with that. So one there. And one there. And let's take my little my little paper out. It's a little wide here. Well, I'm going to go for it. It's only paper. So I've got my two lined up. And now I'm going to send them on through. And now I can snip here, snip, and I can snip here, snip, and now I can back there. But what if you wanted a border that was really, really tight? I mean, you could separate these borders as much as you want. I could continue to make a wider border. What if let's see, do I have another piece of paper here? Well, of course I do. Do I have something that's like colored? Let's see. I don't think I have anything that's festive. Well, let's do this color. What if I took the two of the borders and I put them right up to each other so that the ends, my little lines were meeting. My little ends. Remember how the first one I just did, I kept my little pieces separated. I had to snip them. But what if I put them right up against each other? Find a place on my magnetic platform that it likes because it's trying to pull. Is that close? Okay, should I just go for it? Those are together. Okay, close enough. Oh, I just moved it. Okay, close enough. Actually, that looks pretty good. And let's send it on through. And let's see what we get this time. So because they've given you the sides, the borders cut in two, it gives you the opportunity to do so many things. So now I have this piece. Which I can back that on. Perfect fit. Which then I can back that on, and I could keep going. All because instead of this being one piece, they gave you two. I'm gonna get some card bases. And we're gonna play with some card bases. Let's keep some of this paper handy in case I need it. I'm gonna keep those handy. Let's grab some Sizzix card bases. Okay, so I've got a Sizzix card base. And let's say I wanted to cut this border into my card base without taking the bottom edge off. I'm just going to use this one die. Now, because the die is bigger than my machine, I can't put it in sideways. It's too big. And I'm using a card base, so I can't tweak. I have to make sure it fits properly. So the best way to do that is to take your cutting plate and just wrap your card base around the back side of it. That's going to allow me to send this through my Big Shot machine without any problem. See, if I do it this way and I lay my card flat like we normally would, it's too big. And if I do it this way, well, now my card base is too big. So the easiest way to do it is to wrap your card base right around the base of your top or your cutting plate. Line it up. Let's bring over my magnetic platform. Decide where I want that border to be. Do I want it really close to the bottom? Do I want it really close to the bottom? Do I want it really high up? Do I want it in the middle? I have options. So let's get that in there. Let's line this up. Let's keep this one fairly close to the bottom. Put my cut plate right over the top. Make sure I am lined up. Still not quite there. I'm gonna go for it. Might be too close, but I'm gonna give it a whirl and see what happens. Send it on through. All my little bits and pieces come out. And now I've got a beautiful border towards the bottom that I can run ribbon through if I want. Now let's do another one. Let me clean this one out. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Michael, Mr. SMS. I know, we'll have to vacuum. But look at it, just cleaned out, so nice. Let's grab another one. And this time I'm gonna keep it a little bit higher up. A little bit higher up. This one I got right down next to the bottom. This one I'm gonna keep a little bit higher up. So let's wrap it around. Decide where I want it. A little higher up. My clear cutting pad. And let's send it on through. All my pieces come out. So now you're gonna have a little bit of a fold at the top and you're gonna have to live with that, but don't worry, it will work its way out. So now I've got it in two different spaces. So I've got it there. And I've got it there. One's a little bit higher, one's a little bit lower. So I'm gonna take the one that's a little bit higher up, and I'm gonna grab and now look, it just comes out. It's wonderful. I'm gonna grab one of the borders. And I'm gonna lay my border down. Line it up. hear keeper of the secret sauce Kevin saying, square up your pads. Now you may want to tape this down because it's not such a strong die to be held in the magnetic. So if you want, we can tape it down just to be sure. A little bit of washi tape. Because it's such a small, thin die that the magnetic platform isn't going to hold it so well. It's going through too, I'm asking it to, there's another piece of paper behind it. So let's just line that up. Does that look good? And I got a lot of washi tape, didn't need that much. There and there. So now when I cut this, what's going to happen? This little edge right here is going to fall right off, and I'm going to have a decor edge at the bottom of my card. Square up. So now I have got a decor edge at the bottom, as opposed to it just being a straight edge. Here I've got the straight edge. Here I've got the decor edge. You can do both. Somewhere I put my, here, I've got it completely cut out. And I can make that last one, I could go a little bit bigger if I wanted to. All I have to do is grab my paper. Let's see, let's use that teal again. Cut a piece of paper. And how wide now do I want my border to be? One edge. Oh, where did I put the other edge? Anybody seen it? Was here some? Oh, right here. Okay, so I could do like one edge there. And one edge here. And they're really big now. Take out my piece of paper. I think I will tape these down. Got them pretty far apart. Think that looks the same? It doesn't to me. I'm going to tape one more just because it doesn't look quite the same. Oh, there it is. Okay. Normally you don't have to tape down, but because I want to keep them, I think that looks pretty good. We're going to go for it. Like I said, it's only paper. Let's see what we get. You would never be able to do any of this if those two edges were not separated. Pull my dies off. Put them on my gotcha so I don't lose them this time. You're like, what's a gotcha? It's something that we do, that we make here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. It's a tool for dies, and it lets you literally hold 1,000,000 dies, and you can find them in your trash and everything. So this was created from by Spellbinders for us years ago, and it's just a great little tool. They have their little tool, but the front of it is so small, it doesn't hold enough for me. I needed more. Snip, snip. And now I've come full circle. So I've got the one here. I've got it here. And then I've got it there. How big do you want to make it? You have options. You can go and go and go. Put it across, snip it down. I mean, really, it's plentiful how much you can do with these. And all it takes is, let's grab another one. Let's see what this one looks like. Keep these together so it is, put that right on my, see, even with the plastic, my gotcha holds it. So let's take this. I could do it this way if I prefer. It's entirely up to me if I want my border to go here, if I want it to go here, if I want it up here, maybe that's where I want it. It's entirely up to me. Do I want it in the center? Let's go there. Always do it on the cut plate. Your paper should always wrap around the cut plate. So let's do it up here. A little high. My opening of my card base is all the way down there. That's really close to that top edge. Let's see what we get. Time will tell. Send it back. Oh, that's so good. One cut. What if we just kept going? Clean it out. Not anywhere near the trash. Not even gonna try. Let's put it back. Let's do our next. You think I'll get 3 in here? know it got very quiet, didn't it? I'm concentrating. I might as well be like a little kid coloring and have my tongue halfway out on the side of... But since there's no editing, it is what it is. And I guess about 200,000 of you are happy that there's no editing. People are like, all the time, I'll teach you how to edit your videos. I'm like, I'm okay, thanks. Oh my gosh. Now I've got 2. Clean. And let's, do I have room? Did I save room? Can I make room? So close, so close. Okay, is that it? No, I think it's supposed to be about there. So close. I mean, like by the hair of a chinny chin chin. And we've all had that discussion before. If you actually see a hair on my chinny chin chin, somebody will email me or call. That's the polite thing to do. We're friends. I wouldn't let you walk around with green stuff in your teeth. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's fabulous. Oh my gosh. Hello, beautiful. Okay. Says it's card base. Amazing. And again, they're meant to run ribbon through them, and you can. Now, you think I have enough to take off the bottom? Just the bottom? Just that little bit? Or do you think I'm pushing my luck? Am I pushing my luck? Has that ever stopped me before? Ever? No, 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 no. It's the worst that can happen. I flub it. I'm going to slide that way. And I think it goes there. Okay, let me get some. Can you hold that for me while I get some washi tape? That would be very thoughtful of you. If you could just put your finger there. Oh, I moved it. Okay, so. I think it goes there. And I think I'm just going to give it a try. Yes, no. Yes. I got the edge too. Oh, that makes my heart happy. These dies are amazing. If I could have got more, I would have got more. Even at the price they're at, $42.69 or 96 cents for 6 dies, and they're all different, and they all have this option. They all have a way to do this. I like it with the yellow. And if I cut the yellow, we're going to be close enough here. That little edge is so cute. The little edge is darling. So if I tape that down, I can either tape it, I can tape it to the back of my card base so this opens and has that, or I can adhere it to the front so it opens like this. You decide. And then I could grab my fabulous butterflies. Hello, butterflies, aren't you dreamy? Pop those bad boys out. And make a goober and start putting the butterflies on my fronts. Oh my gosh, this would be beautiful. Okay, I love these. And this one. And they have the printed on both sides. And I could just come in here and start decorating. Okay, I think that's very cute. I think I could finish this off and make this darling. I do. I think I would add about a dozen more butterflies and all the different sizes. Yeah, I think I could do that. Oh, I could just have them go right across. I could put the yellow one in the center and the blue one and the green one and have 2 more going across there and have 5 going across. Oh, and they'd stand up. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, but I'm not. But I sure do want to. So these dies have so many different opportunities with them. They have so many different opportunities. Make it any width you want. Lay that right on top. And everything is just seamlessly put together. And then if you really want to run ribbon through it, you can. Gosh, I want to grab this one. Oh, see, I want to grab this one and put kind of a little big, because then I can cut it down. Okay, let's cut it down just a little bit. A little bit more. Am I getting there? Oh, I sure am. In fact, I'm almost there. Straighten this cutout and I'm good. And then mat this, a little tiny mat around it. That's like the perfect coloring. And if I took that yellow, I put the yellow behind. Oh, see, this would be beautiful when it's all said and done. Look at how good that looks. Yep, 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 yep. I would want to mat it. Maybe just a little bit. You're like, stop. I'm like, I can't. I'm so close. I know, it'll end up like a postage stamp by the time I'm done. Ooh, that was a wonky cut. I may have postage stamped this one. Oh, no. Yay! See, I'm getting there. And then it would all tape down and that would open and I could run the yellow ribbon through there. Are you feeling it? I love all of these. And they're easy to use and they give you so many opportunities to play. So many opportunities. Oh, have I made a mess. Don't want to lose my butterflies. So we started way back here, way back when we played with just the butterfly. Way back when we played with the butterfly stencil. And seeing that you can do layer 1, layer 1, layer 2, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. Then we moved on to the floral stencil, where we did it with dye-based inks and gave you that sharp, crisp edge. But then I wanted to play and have more of that watercolory look. And so I brought out the Botanical stains by Sam Poole and Creative Expressions to soften it. And I think this looks so good. It does on this. This is right up my alley. I want to mat this like crazy and tape it down. Have the girls do it and then have SMS guy Michael Jr. take a picture. I just think that'll be beautiful and maybe run the ribbon right through it. Those colors were like made for each other. And this was done with the Sam Poole Botanical stains from Creative Expressions, as opposed to the Hero Arts inks and a blending brush. Spouncer, blending spouncer, your little spongy spouncer. Bristle blending brush and ink. You decide which one you want to do for whom. You have options. You can have both looks. Okay, so we did a lot. I've got a lot going on here. I'm not going to get rid of any of it. I've got beautiful samples to show you. I want to let you know that everything is limited. The masks are limited. There's 4 to the set. They retail for $27. Your price is $18.99. You may be able to find these locally. They are already out. They've been out, so they're not brand new. They're like a month old. But you have the opportunity to perhaps pick it up locally. Absolutely. I have the dies from the Gemini dies from Crafter's Companion. There are 6 of them in here. They retail for $53.70. Your price is $42.96. and I cannot reorder any of this product. The only way, if we sell out, that something will become available is if somebody cancels their order. Wait till you see the samples. They're stunning. I have, and these are also international. I brought these in from Katie Sue, sweet company, really, really nice. Not sure if we're gonna be able to continue to bring things in or not. Don't know yet, working on it, but I brought these in because the butterflies are so easy to use and you get so many sizes. And the fact that they are colored on both sides so that you don't have a white speck anywhere on this butterfly. Love them for that. And to go with that from Katie Sue, we brought in a few more of their items. And these are, again, extremely limited. I've got papers, I've got toppers. James, SMS guy James, did about 1 million samples for you guys because he loves this stuff. This is all on sale. He did this one, and he did a sample with this one, and he did a sample with this one. And it's not just one sheet. I think there is three sheets in here. Some of them are foiled and die cut with 6 sheets. It all depends. But I know SMS guy James did quite a bit with these, and I'll show you his samples. He loved them. He had the best time with them. So he would really like me to bring them in, and I'm working on it. Here we've got sentiment toppers to go with the 8x8 paper pad. And here's sentiment toppers to go with the 8x8 paper pad. And I think that there was even there might even be another floral topper to go with that. So that's all on sale. The stains will be on sale. We're not doing any kind of an I want it all on these just because you probably have them. Maybe you need a color or two. I want to say there's 14 colors in total, and we'll have them all on sale for you. And then the blending, you'll need these as well. So that's everything that's on sale today. Whew. Let's look at samples, right? So I'm going to save James's for last. Look at how beautiful. See, they ran the ribbon through it. They ran the ribbon. Isn't that just beautiful? And I showed you this one in the beginning. Again, so here they cut into it and they just cut straight edge. They just did a straight edge and they ran the ribbon through it. Ribbon's right behind. Simple, elegant, easy. It's got a little bling going on. Here, bless their hearts, they fussy cut this one out. So they did the stencil. You're going to get the stencil, and then they fussy cut it out. Ha. They fussy cut that butterfly out too, and you've got the border, you've got ribbon running through it all the way underneath it. Look at how pretty is that. And here are those butterflies. Look at, okay, here's the border, the ribbon border from Gemini and Crafter's Companion. It's got the green ribbon going on. They made a background of something and then they matched the butterflies to it. So pretty, and no white. If you pop these guys up, there's no white. It's colored all the way around, and over 300 butterflies. That's a lot of butterflies. Here, you've got the butterflies. Aren't they beautiful? They just add the perfect finishing touch when you just need a little something. And maybe you don't want it to be bling. This is beautiful. And here, so the I Believe in You, look at, you've got the border here and the ribbon running through it. You've got the little butterflies going on. So pretty. Your butterfly and your butterflies off to the side. You've got one, I didn't do this stencil, but it comes with, I think, 2 or 3 butterflies. And it just adds the perfect little touch. Oh, the next card's, I don't know where they found this paper. We must have had it somewhere. Look at this paper with the butterflies, the teeny tiny little itty bitty butterflies on it. Is that so sweet? That paper is perfect. Perfect. Here we have a slim line, couple butterflies that are in the stencil. You've got the border going across. Look at this. So a couple of the butterflies, you've got the stencil, you've got a butterfly right down there. All die cut out with a top note. And how soft and shabby chic is this? All the way across for a 5x7. That's what size these are meant for, a 5x7. But you saw me cut them down. You can do an A2 with these dies. You can do an A6 with these dies. You can do a 5x7 with these dies. And then we have here 2 different ribbon borders. Wow. Well done. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? These are just gorgeous. The girls did such a beautiful job. And here, this is just, they did the love, love, love. So that was a die that they then inked and sanded. And then you've got all the little butterflies around. Those butterflies just are the right little finishing touch, finishing little accoutrement to it. How pretty is that? Again, you've got your ribbon. You've got, these are stencils that came from the Studio Light. I didn't use that set. I used 2 of the 4. You've got your ribbon. You've got your butterflies. Oh, and here's one that did what I did. Okay, hello, so smart. Here I thought I was just being, and they even went way and beyond what's on the, they went way beyond what I did. Look at that. They did a frame around it. Catherine, is this the one you were working on? It is magnificent. I saw this mid creativity, mid creation, mid project. Well done, you. Is that the one you were working on? I love it. You really, wow, hello. Fabulous job. Oh, and then look at this one. Okay, I love this one too. This is beautiful. You guys, the SMS girls always rock it. And we've had a couple new honorary SMS girls join the mix with Yvette and Mary, and Catherine has been coming by. Wednesdays, they sit at sample making day on Wednesdays. Cute, right? Love it. And then let me show you what James did. I've got a lot. He was busy. So here you have the decoupage. This does feel like it's got some, it does. Does it? Oh, that's the extras. Here's the decoupage, all 3D'd up. SMS guy James did all of these. He had himself a heyday. Oh, yeah, see, I'm supposed to open it to show you there's extra little bits. He didn't use everything. Those are the extra little bits. And look at the 3D on that, right? Wow. And you just pop them out. They're pre-die cut. You just pop them out. Aww. This is his kind of crafting. But we are very limited on these. Oh, look at it. It's got the little tag on it. Love it. And it's all 3D out, all decoupaged. No fussy cutting. You just go. Oh, and then they decorated the inside. Good job, James. So SMS Guy James is my eldest son. Did I show you this one? Yes, I think I showed you that one, just in case. Ooh. And then here is the big one for the wedding. And then you saw the little. So this must have been some of the leftover pieces. So he was able to do 2, at least 2. Oh, and there's still more leftover pieces. All decoupaged out. And the pretty, oh, here's the pretty bird. So there's the small, and look at, it's all towered up. All decoupaged up. They really are lovely. I really do hope that we can bring them back in. That would make my heart happy. And then you've got the beach. What great guy cards, right? I'm supposed to open it up, to tell you that there's more stuff. You could have put the sentiment in there. There's the beach, and here's the tag. All right, you guys. It is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying, oh, it was fun though, right? It was a lot, I know, but when you get so much from a product, when a manufacturer builds so much into a product that it is more than what you thought it was supposed to be when you first looked at it. I feel like my face is red. Is my face red? The light has been on me for about 3 hours now. Well, actually about 6 hours, because I turn the light on when I get here, and I don't know why I do that, because then I have to prep. And anyway, when a manufacturer can give you so much more in a product, more than you expect, more than you anticipate, more than the packaging can show you, it's a wow moment. And both of these manufacturers, well, all 3 of them, as a matter of fact, the Studio Light stencils give you so much more because you choose what you want to stencil and how detailed you want it to be, and you choose what mediums you want it to be, so it can look something completely different if you use a liquid watercolor versus a ink dye based ink. Maybe you throw some luster wax on there. Maybe you have options. And then the dyes from Gemini and Crafter's Companion. Wow, a lot. And the reason they broke those 2 border dies up makes complete sense. Now that you see it, it's like, oh, mine starts to reel, right? Mine sure did when I saw them. I had to have them. And then the beautiful butterflies from Katie Sue. The fact that they're printed on both sides, that's thoughtful. That's a crafter. That's a crafter designing a product, because when you pop it up and you've got those white underneath, or the white paper underneath, it's fine. But now that we know we don't have to have that, we're never gonna want that again, are we? So, if you had a great time with me today, thank you for being here. I hope you subscribe to our channel, because holy smokes artichokes, 215,000 is a lot. I can't even wrap my brain around that number. Don't forget to post your comment, because we're going to do $215 as our next week's prize. So whether that goes to 1 person, or we divide it between 2, or we divide it between 3, or we divide it between 4, that's up to you to decide. And there's a big announcement coming on August 14th. So I hope that you will tune in for that immediately following our Make It Monday event. Where are you going to find all of this great product? Well, certainly shop local if you can. If you can't, we certainly appreciate your shopping with Scrapbooking Made Simple. But what makes my heart happy is that you continue to craft, so you shop wherever it makes your heart happy. Support the independent online stores, us little guys. There's lots of us out there, and if you spread it all around, everybody gets to stay in business. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you on Monday for week 3 of our warehouse sale. Until then, bye everybody, and thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me. You make it so worth my while. So you really, It's my pleasure, it's my joy, and it's my honor to spend this time with you every week. I hold it dear in my heart. All right, you guys, bye.